What's up, Marvel Universe fans, and welcome to another Marvel Universe Toyline review. I got something special for you guys today. The custom Sleepwalker Marvel Universe figure made by John Papa Sergio. Just one of his many awesome customs that he makes himself. And I gotta give a big thanks to Billy Allen for letting me review this figure. And before I show you guys the figure, let me show you guys the custom card that Billy printed out. And here's the custom card by Billy Allen. If you're part of the Marvel Universe Toyline Facebook group, then you'll know that Billy Allen makes a lot of these custom cards for a lot of the custom figures that a lot of people make, and he just does such an outstanding job with each one. I mean, I've seen almost all the custom cards that he's made, through the pictures that he posts on the page, and I'm just a big fan of the work he does. You can tell he really puts his time and his effort into this, so really, really cool looking. And then you got the artwork there of Sleepwalker by Joe Jusko. Really awesome looking artwork, very, very cool. You got the same organization as any other Marvel Universe card, and then you've got his logo down there. It was just really cool because it gives it a unique twist, and it lets everybody know that he made this himself. There's Series 1, number 2. There's a picture on the back, really, really cool looking, and it makes it look really authentic. There's a bio on the back if you pause and read. And then there's 3 other figures in the wave, which are all customs by John Papa Sergio. There's Black Cat, Spider Carnage, and Rogue. I've seen various pictures of each one of these customs, and just really outstanding. Just some awesome stuff. There's the J. Jonah Jameson on the bottom, which is really cool. I mean, this blew my mind when I read it. Normally you would have Nick Fury or Norman Osborn or Captain America or some other character on the bottom, but there you've got J. Jonah Jameson, probably because John's a big Spidey fan. But the quote that he has is really, really hilarious. It says, "Curse that John Papa Sergio and his dirty custom figures." I mean, can you guys read that? That is hilarious. You can tell Billy just got real creative. And just he has great ideas with these cards. And then you got the Marvel Universe Toyline lettering right there. That's us. And then his logo again. So just really outstanding work with these cards. Again, this just demonstrates the hard work that he puts into this. And Billy, I know you're probably watching this. Just keep making these. They're awesome. I mean, so let's start off with the paint apps on the custom Sleepwalker, which are incredible, by the way. I mean, it's just got such tremendous paint detailing. We'll start off with the blue. The blue is a lighter shade of blue, almost like a baby blue, but a little bit darker. But just so incredible. And I didn't know, I didn't know customizers were actually capable of doing this, but it's actually got shading in the muscle ridges. As you can see there, it's got a darker shade right there in the cuts and the muscles, and darker shades of blue throughout. Just so fantastic. The paint is evenly coated. Just a very thorough job and very neat and clean. I mean, you can really tell he took his time and his effort to paint this. This is just so incredible. I mean, it looks like the real deal. And the same thing with the green on the arm there. The green has got the shading in the muscle ridges, as you can see, the different shades, and just so astonishing. And the paint isn't bleeding or anything. I mean, you can tell he really took his time to paint the borders between the blue and the green. So really, really cool. And then the purple. The purple is a dark purple, and as you can see, these wraps that are sculpted on his arm, he actually sculpted them himself. I mean, I'm guessing he used some type of sculpting compound and applied it to the arms, and then he actually used some type of tool. Actually, let me get it to focus. So he used, some type of tool to sculpt the wraps around the arms, and I was actually telling him that the wraps came out so, they're just so well done. I thought that he had actually swapped parts. I thought that maybe these pieces were from a different figure and he maybe swapped parts, but no, he actually did that all himself. I mean, that is amazing, and I was in disbelief. I was like, what? He made this himself? But I mean, yeah, just such astonishing detail. You can see the little patterns. Just imagine how much time and skill that requires. You got to be real careful with that, and that is just astonishing. And it's even got darker paint in the little crevices. The pattern, so really, really nice, and a very nice shade of purple. You got the same thing on the other arm and the legs as well. You got the same sculpt, and it looks real. I mean, it just looks very authentic. So just some incredible work that he put into this. I definitely love it. Now let's look at the hood. So with the hood and the cape, I mean, let's look at the cape. The cape, I mean, look at the detail on that. You got the tears and the rips at the end, and he actually sculpted this entire piece himself. it is just amazing how much detail is on there. You can see the little rips and the little stitching with the cape. It looks real battered and beat up. He just did an outstanding job with that. It is made out of a very hard material, and I would imagine it's very brittle and breakable, so I don't want to really mess with it too much. But just some really incredible detail with this, with the little rips and the stitching throughout. Just really, really cool. You can tell he definitely took his time and paid attention to detail with that. Now let's look at the hood. The hood, take a close look at that, and imagine how much skill that requires to sculpt it yourself. He did it all himself, even the little tip on the end, so it really looks like a real hood. Just the details are there. You can tell the work is there, and it definitely delivered some great results. It looks so real. And then again, the paint is the same type of purple, really, really cool, and just a very, very nice job painting it too. Some real nice paint, real shiny, real glossy. So very, very nice. And now let's look at the head sculpt. So check this out, guys. The hood is actually removable. He actually sculpted it so that it's easily removable, and then I'll show you guys how it actually works in the articulation. But right now, let's look at the head sculpt. The paint apps on the head sculpt are really, really nice. You got the same shade of green that you see on the arm, but it's such tremendous paint detailing with it. You got the different shades throughout the head. You got some lighter green up here, some darker green there to make it look like, to emphasize the depth. I don't know which head sculpt this is. I'm not entirely sure. But obviously, it's not a Marvel Universe head sculpt, but some really, really nice paint with that. The eyes look like they're bugging out, and then you got the red with the eyes. The red is real neat. I noticed no sloppiness with the eyes, and I could imagine that was probably a pain in the ass to paint, requiring lots of patience, being such a small head sculpt. But the eyes are painted very neat and very well painted. The head just came out real nice, and that's very important. But he just did such a tremendous job with this. Definitely brought really good results. So on the paint apps, I'm going to give this figure a complete 10 out of 10. Like I said, the sculpt is phenomenal. The wraps that he sculpted around the arms and around the legs, this area, the fact that he sculpted it himself and that it came out so neat and so well done, that is remarkable. And then even the belt here, he sculpted it himself as well. The cape, he molded that himself as well. And the paint detailing on this is tremendous. I can't believe it actually has like the shading, which I didn't even know like people can actually do that themselves. Really, really cool. With the shading and really nice glossy paint, evenly coated, very neat. So 10 out of 10 on paint apps, definitely love them. So for articulation, I don't really want to move this figure around. I don't want to mess with the points of articulation, because I know that on customs you got to be real careful with the paint so it won't chip. So I'm not really going to be moving it around. But the head does rotate all the way around without the cape. The cape hinders the head from rotating all the way around, so you can't. The cape hinders it, but he does have a ball joint up here at the shoulder. He's got an upper bicep swivel, single jointed elbows. It rotates 360 with the wrist. He's got an ab crunch on torso rotation. He's got the hips that rotate. He's got ball joints at the thighs, thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He rotates at the calf muscle. It's got ankle rockers, and it also goes up and down with the foot. So he used a very well articulated Marvel Universe mold. I'm very happy with the articulation. This figure's got everything in terms of articulation besides the head that'll rotate. You can't really articulation. I'm actually going to give it a 9 out of 10. Just really outstanding articulation. You can achieve lots of different poses, but you got to be real careful with customs because of the paint. You don't want it to chip. But the final score on this figure is going to be a 9 out of 10. He just did such an incredible job, just so detailed with the paint and the sculpt. The fact that he sculpted the hood and the cape itself, these pieces here with the legs, the wraps around the arms, just so detailed. I can't believe he sculpted that himself. That is incredible. You can really tell he put his time, a lot of work and a lot of effort into this figure, and it definitely has good results. This is a really, really incredible figure, and it's outstanding. So let me show you guys something real cool. Stay there. And he actually, look at the stand. He actually painted the stand light blue, and then he left the little marks for the feet, so the feet are are marked in there, which is real cool. Just really nice with the stand. I mean, you can tell he got creative with that stand, and just real nice. So that's gonna be it. For a quick size comparison, there's Sleepwalker next to Commander Rogers and Yellow Jacket. So he has a pretty tall figure, but is definitely in scale with Marvel Universe. Oh, we can't forget the little tiny Ant-Man. Aw, Ant-Man's so tiny. But that's going to be it for the Sleepwalker review, and my next review will be on Yellow Jacket. That's next week, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching. Remember that if you haven't joined the Marvel Universe Toyland Facebook page, please do that. I'll leave the link in the description. Just ask to join the group and we'll add you. We've got great members, as I just demonstrated, some great customizers, so definitely a good place to be if you're a Marvel Universe or Marvel Legends fan. So thanks for watching. Bye.